And then on top of the gay thing, which I've been struggling with, last year I'm at the therapist's office, and I'm like, listen, I am so down, I have so many troubles making friends. And he was like, well, of course you do, you're autistic. Like, why is everybody telling me that? I'm like, doctor, just because I don't have any friends doesn't mean I'm not autistic. I mean, listen, you haven't even seen my friendship spreadsheet. And he was like, exactly. But good news, Rich, good news, you're high functioning. I'm like, high functioning? What does that even mean? It means you can afford me. And then I go home to my boyfriend, and he's like, well, how was therapy today? And I'm like, well, turns out I'm autistic now. And he just looked at me, and he said, you didn't know? And I'm like, no, I didn't know, and I don't want to know anything else. You know what I want to do? I want to go down to Palm Springs, I want to sit poolside with my margarita and not talk to anyone. And he was like, that is the most gay autistic thing I have ever heard. So one of the problems of being diagnosed as an adult is there's always a guy, he's like, you can't be autistic, you're nothing like Rain Man. And then I have to explain, listen, autism is a spectrum, and I am not Rain Man. I am Spock from Star Trek. The OG autistic. That's right, and Spock and I were just alike. He was all about logic, couldn't do emotion. What did that mean for him? Poor guy, never got laid. Just like me in high school, we are exactly alike. Oh, you want to know how else we're alike? Spock was secretly in love with Captain Kirk. I was secretly in love with the captain of the tennis team. Oh my God, those two captains, they were exactly alike. They were the same. They were sluts. Big time sluts. Oh, and Kirk, the biggest slut of all. I mean, he had sex with humans. He had sex with aliens. Kirk, one time he had sex with a sea cucumber. Oh. You want to know the one thing he never had sex with? Spock. And you want to know who else no one ever had sex with? The captain, the treasurer of the math club. Yeah, for this, I want to be the captain of the math club. No such luck. This is perfect. The clock is not running, so I'm just going to go. Oh, sorry. Oh yeah, I'm on that. All right. It's very cool. So anyway, so I'm autistic, so I got a special kind of autism though. Boomer Autism. Yeah, way different from Gen Z autism, okay? Because back in the 1960s, there was no sophistication about the diagnosis, okay? I mean, like, I remember my mother, she asked the pediatrician, like, oh, doctor, is there something wrong with my son? And he was like, yeah, he's annoying. But you guys, oh my God, so easy, diagnosed in school. You get an IEP, an individualized education plan. I mean, the school is like, oh, this Bill here is a teacher's aide. He's gonna follow you around and make sure you feel safe. Not in my day. No IEP for me. No, I had an IBP, individualized bullying plan. Oh. Billy here is an 8th grader. He's gonna follow you around and beat the crap out of you. That's how it was. That is how it was. And you know what else is the problem in the 1960s? We had no way of finding each other. Okay? I mean, there were no autistic gathering places in the 1960s. But you guys have gluten-free bakeries. Oh my God, I go in there. I am with my people. High maintenance, no filters. I mean, I could say stuff like, excuse me, that corn muffin, does that have any, like, corn in it? And the cashier is like, oh, honey, welcome home. And, you know, there's never any like, normies in a gluten-free bakery. No, never. And I'll tell you why. Because you have to have a disorder to eat a leather croissant. So one of the hallmarks of the autism thing is we don't pick up on subtle social cues. So, I mean, like the whole flirtation thing, I cannot do it. You know, the eye contact, the light touch, all that. I don't see it. So thank God I'm gay. Thank God. I mean, in a gay bar, a guy will come right up to me and he'll be like, Steve, penis, let's go. I am clueless. I am so clueless. I mean, I can't tell if a guy is into me unless he's actually in me.
Right.
So we are bad at making human connections, because of the poor social skills situation. And so I have a social skills therapist. She does these really cool things. She teaches me with role play. You therapists here might want to take notes here. Okay. She's like, okay, Richard, we're at a Christmas party. I am a stranger at the punch bowl. Go. And I'm like, okay, that sweater, it actually is ugly. And she was like, no, why don't you try to reveal something personal, something about yourself. Okay. A little bit about me. My scrotum is stuck to my leg. And she hands me some talcum powder and some notes, which I happen to have right here. This is not my script, these are my notes. It's how to start a conversation. Would one of you wonderful people like to try this with me? Right there? Yeah? Oh, do it there. We'll just talk from here. Are we doing sign language? Oh my God, can someone translate for me? I'm sorry. Okay, well, let's do this. All right, here's my script. Okay, good evening, sir. Okay. Oh. Good evening, ma'am. Okay, where are you from? Pretend to be interested. I can't. It's a city, right? I'm sorry to be so clueless. I'm like, this is like my life right here. It's not just because what I was going to say. You know what? It doesn't matter what you say because here's what I'm going to say. Ain't in the script. It's not in the script. It's okay though. It's okay. After the show, I'm going to hook you up with my social skills therapist. We also overshare. It's one of the things we do, and I cannot control it. I mean, the other day I'm telling this guy about my prostate issues. Yeah, he was like, look man, paper or plastic? So for you normies out here, I got some advice, and I think there are normies out here. You need to marry someone on the spectrum. Yes, you do. Let me tell you about my own relationship. My partner is a normie. He is a children's therapist. Yeah, I mean, it's like complete opposite of me. Warm, empathetic. I mean, everyone's always happy to see him. They're like, yay, Fajar's here, yay. And then he's like if birthday cake were a person. Me? I'm like if sales tax were a person. His thing is relationships. My thing, things. We are a mixed brain couple. Like say we need some milk, I go to the store, I come out with milk. He goes in, he comes out with a bath bomb and 3 new friends. But here's the thing, he needs me. His idea of planning a vacation, this year I want to go to somewhere with butterflies. And then it's my turn, and I book the flights, I book the hotels, I do the butterfly tours, I arrange our fun down to the second. Only thing left to do, install the luggage tracking tag in him, so he can never leave me. Another thing you guys need to know about us is we are the best at sex. Oh, all of you. It's like, like our orgy last night, you guys remember, fantastic. But for the rest of you, I know what you're thinking. You're like, for a good sex, I need emotional connection. Really? Really? You think emotional connection is going to find your G-spot?
Exactly.
No. You know who's going to find that? Someone who's good with maps and charts. Yeah, you know what else? We are never going to ask to open the relationship. We're never going to demand polyamory. We don't have that many friends. So this diagnosis for me, I'm telling you, it's been a godsend. I mean, it's given me an excuse now for my behaviors. I mean, yeah. Last month, I'm on a plane flight. Lady next to me, she's like, oh, I'm going to Chicago to see my niece, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, excuse me, I'm sorry, I have autism. So I just don't have the capacity to give two fucks. Another great thing about it is that it's like the key to my life. I mean, I never knew. I'm 63 years old. All of a sudden, it's like, it's explained everything. My career, I am an anesthesiologist. And I always wondered, why? Why? I mean, nobody grows up wanting to be an anesthesiologist. And now I know. I don't want to do emotional connection. So the patients are like, oh, doctor, I want to tell you all of my problems. And I'm like, and sleep. You guys have been so great. I'm Richard Snyder.